I will tell you a story. Years ago, there was a doctor, and he was extolling, I will say he was bragging, over the fact that he could spend as little as 7 minutes with his patient per visit. Now, I would never want to brag about a thing like that.
In 1986, the Sisters of Charity of Leavenworth realized there was an unmet need in Leavenworth County. Individuals were uninsured and going without health insurance. They made too much money to qualify for Medicaid or some of the social services, but they didn't make enough money to have private insurance. So they really fell in that gap, which still exists today, even in the age of healthcare reform. So Sister Rosalie Mahoney at that time opened St. Vincent Clinic. 3 years later, a similar need was recognized in Wyandotte County, and a group of volunteers came together and opened Duchesne Clinic.
I'm a family person. It's all about my family and my kids. I grew up on 8th Street Terrace there. My folks and all my brothers and sisters, we all lived on the same street. My mom and dad was the first house on that street. It was great living there, all of us there together, and mom and dad would have dinners and everybody'd go over there for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, and life ain't worth living without your family. I worked for the Shawnee Mission School District for about 10 years as a custodian there. They actually let me go because of they felt that I was a disability to the company because of the injuries that I had. So they put me on disability from my job. Then when I lost the job, I lost the health insurance. So I had to try to get health insurance myself, which I couldn't afford it because I have had cancer 3 times. I was 23 and I wound up with cancer of the uterus. My son was almost 2 years old. And then I had melanoma, skin cancer. Then this last one was renal cell carcinoma. Knowing that I needed health care and there's tests I needed run, it was devastating to not know what I was going to do. So just the stress and the worry of worrying about how am I going to do this and really don't have the means to do it. You know, if it wasn't for the clinic, I wouldn't be able to.
Hi, Marcia. What's the reason for your visit to the clinic today?
Everyone and anyone has to have, when they feel they need it, the opportunity to go in and tell a physician, a healthcare worker, nurse, a doctor, what they're worried about. And you can only do that in an examination room. And to have an examination room, you gotta have a clinic. Many of the patients we see are going to have really no other opportunity to seek health care than the Duchesne Clinic or the St. Vincent's Clinic. There's just going to be no other opportunity for them.
The doctor, she examined me, and when she examined me, she was like poking and stuff like that. Had she not did that, I probably would have died that day because I didn't know that my appendix had erupted. She said, you need to go right now, today. Not tomorrow, none. When you leave here, you need to go right to the hospital. I went right from the emergency room right up to the operating room. It was all because of the doctors at the clinic.
Tiene nacimiento es 3576, cierto. Es su esposo, okay.
I think everybody that lives in this country deserves health care. We have created a class. You've got them way down here and you've got them way up here. We're losing the middle ground.
I think just the fear of asking for help, it takes humility to come in and say, I need help.
Well, that feeling is horrible, for not to have the money to pay for a doctor care.
And you never know when you're going to need that help, where you're going to have a tough time. you're going to lose your job, and it may take you 6 months to find a job.
Just like me, I've worked my whole life, always had insurance, and to be without until you've been there, you just don't know. So for the ones here in this whole area here to know that they have this place means everything to a lot of them.
I think it'd be a lot more difficult to actually being able to deal with your pain without having any help. And without this clinic, I think a lot of people would be suffering a lot more.
At the job I was working at the DAV, I was really, really sick for about 3 months back to back because of the things that came in there, the mold, the mildew. I said, I am so tired. I'm just tired. And that's when she said, I know you're a worker, I know you like to work, but I suggest that you change jobs. And I took her up on it. Everybody now is telling me how, oh God, you look good, you like you got energy, because I'm not so tired. When she suggested to me that I do that, I mean, what doctors do you know that do that?
Out of all the doctor visits I've been to, Duchesne Clinic has made me feel the most comfortable. They actually sit down and listen to me.
The nature of practice these days is, doctor is not able to spend as much time in general as we can at the clinic.
I think they're surprised. I think they don't expect the compassion. They don't expect to be met with hello and their name.
Connie.
I think they don't expect that it to operate very much like a private physician's, the professionalism and the quality. We have top-notch staff that will go above and beyond for our patients.
They treat you like you are family. You leave here knowing that they really do care. They take the extra mile to make sure that you get the care that you need.
There's misconceptions out there that when you're a free clinic, that maybe you don't have modern equipment, that maybe everything you have is slightly used. We're just like any other doctor's office. I would love to invite the local medical community to come and take a look at our clinic to see how we run.
The work I do at the clinic is my proviso with that real patient care experience. So, for me, this is great. I just love coming to the clinic.
It is a great place to have in our community because they don't make you less than a person because you don't have insurance.
The clinic's changed my life because I don't have to deal with pain anymore.
I love coming here. I like the staff.
And here I know when I go home at the end of the day, I've done the best I could. I had time to do it, and I think we did it well.
We make a difference. We touch people's lives. We're actually providing hope, healing, and health to our patients.
Without here, for a lot of us, there wouldn't be no hope on getting the health care that we need. There just wouldn't be any.